Becca Johnson is with us. Becca's she's program director for our kids. Night to Shine is second time in Enid. It's held, I understand, in a lot of churches across the U.S. And why did you get involved? How did you get involved?
Well, I reached out to Dalen last year. I saw they were promoting it, and I have a heart for it. Obviously, it's what I do, but I love it. And so I was able to help Dalen last year get a bunch of people registered and make sure it went off well. And after that, he told me I was on the board.
Okay. Becca's mentioned Dalen. We're talking about Dalen McVeigh. Dalen was on our show last year to introduce all of us to Night to Shine. And appreciate Derek, the bow tie guy, helping us out this morning in the interview segment. Off we go.
Thanks to you, first of all, for being here.
Of course.
And for those out there who may not know what this is, can you tell us a little about what is Night to Shine?
Yes, Night to Shine is one of Tim Tebow's missions. He has about 9 nonprofits that he runs. He went on a missionary trip back in 2014 or when he was younger, and so he decided to make this dance for inclusion that includes those with special needs and disabilities that may not have the opportunity to attend a prom or a dance.
I think Becca, you've kind of answered my second question, which is when and why Night to Shine was founded. Do you have any background information? Did he have a connection to special needs adults or individuals?
When he went on a mission trip when he was younger, he met those with special needs down in the Philippines.
Okay.
And his family always took him on that. And so this, I think, is the 4th or 5th year for the Night to Shine to actually be going. There's over 650 host churches and countless countries that this also happens in.
And it happens all on the same weekend kind of deal, doesn't it?
He makes it happen on February 8th, everywhere.
Wow, impressive.
You kind of told us what the purpose is, but can you tell me more about what your goal is here?
Our goal is to practice inclusion. The Enid community is a beautiful community for that, and so it's nothing new. But with inclusion, we're able to include people that might not know how to get started or get involved in something like this. And so we're able to have that happen and just really make people's day. And that's the biggest part, is the smiles.
Can you remind us when Night to Shine in Enid is?
Yes, it is February 8th. It's tomorrow. It starts at 6 p.m.
Ready or not, tomorrow?
Yes.
And what's left to be done?
We have to decorate.
Okay, all right.
And can you tell us where it is located and probably why they chose this location?
Yes, the Oakwood Christian Church, or the Oak. We chose there. Eric Keller's actually on the board, and he's a wonderful minister, and the church is so helpful with it. And then there actually is a parent prom, which happens at Redeemer Lutheran Church. And so parents can have a night off or a date, which they don't usually get, and they can actually watch the prom be live streamed from there.
Becca, how can people be involved? I know this is kind of the 11th hour, the event's tomorrow night, but, are there ways that folks, let's say maybe they can't participate this year, but if they want to help in the planning or just be involved, how can they get involved?
Next year, we could always use volunteers and buddies and even more people on our board to do a lot of the footwork that we're not able to do. You can go to anighttoshineenid.com and register as a volunteer or buddy for next year, or you can reach out to any of us that you see kind of around town promoting it more and more, and we'll make sure you get involved. And of course, there is always donations. This is a nonprofit, and so we do run off of a lot of donations throughout the community.
Okay, so do volunteers have to have certain criteria to participate, and if so, what is that criteria?
Just a 2-year clean background check. Well, you have to have one regardless, and then you have to be over 16 to actually be a buddy or volunteer, which means work hand in hand with those with special needs.
Now, you mentioned, Becca, that in 2018 you had 135, is that attended? Or
136.
136, but who's counting? 136 attended Night to Shine last year. So the expectation this year is what?
We wanted to hit 200.
Oh, wow.
And we
Big
did,
jump.
as of last night. And so we're hoping for at least 201 or 200. And so that's participants, and as far as volunteers, it's usually double that.
Before Derek jumps to the next question, is this Enid alone, or can people from Lahoma, the Billings, the area, is it kind of an area deal as well to attend? I know it's held in Enid, but...
Yes, it's almost like a tri-county, or we have people coming from Stillwater and all around. There are other Night to Shine proms in Oklahoma, but we are on our second year, and we love having more people. The more people, the better for us. And we love to see everyone come out and meet new people.
So how many volunteers did you say you have, and how many people are participating in the actual dance?
We have over 200 participants signed up and about probably 200 to 300 volunteers and buddies. It takes a village to make this happen, and we are blessed with a huge village.
What way do you think Night to Shine has really enriched Mom and Dad's life and also the individual's life? Do you have any testimonies or any stories that you can share?
There are a lot. As you know, we had Norse here in Enid, and they had
Right.
dances, and they
Okay.
helped inclusion. But last year, Dalen had this woman reach out to him. She was older. Her husband had passed away, and she was confined to a wheelchair. And she had never been to prom. And so she was able to come last year, and as soon as she walked in the door, she was smiling. She was in this beautiful gold gown, and you could never tell that, you know, she had a disability, and nobody ever made her feel like that night. And so for one night, people throw that to the wind and really get to be a part of something bigger than themselves. And so that to me is, and I see it every day.
That's a great story to share. Thank you.
You talked about donations earlier. What all does it take to get this going? Do you go out and seek patrons, or how does that work?
Well, on the money side, we go and ask our businesses here in town. And then if you think about it, it's about $35 per participant to come. And so you have to raise money for that. Everybody gets a corsage and a crown. There's hair and makeup. Everyone gets dinner. There's the decoration that goes on. And they all get a bag at the end of the night. Last year it was just a little drawstring bag. It had a Night to Shine shirt, a tumbler, and just really make them feel special. We also have limo rides, if weather permitting, a horse and carriage. The Enid Fire Department, the Enid Police Department, sheriffs, highway patrol, all come out and be a part of this. And so that's a lot of time. And then we have to purchase everything on top of that. So it's whatever you can do, every $5, $10 always helps at the end of the day.
Well, you're certainly a great spokesperson, put on the spot, if you will, for Night to Shine. So,
Thank you.
Becca Johnson is our special guest on Good Morning Enid, talking about Night to Shine.